Welcome to RLF NorCal. One of my favorite times of the year is here. Halloween is back, and it's back more frightening than ever. Towns and cities under lockdown restrictions, stores and restaurants boarded up in areas of the nation, many wandering around aimlessly like zombies. It's scary out there. Now, guidelines from everyone and their mama on how to celebrate the spooky season. Which brings me to this week's question. How are you spending your Halloween under lockdown? Will you go out trick-or-treating, checking out the inventive ways people have come up with to hand out treats? How about staying in and watching the scary movies? Or maybe you'll say screw it and hit the parties and just try to have a good time. Whichever it is, I want to know what your extra horrific Halloween plans are. This time I'm dressed up as a plague doctor. Fitting, I know, to ask the question of Shasta County once again. Let's check out what the North State plans.
I'm not dressing up this year. I'm just gonna hang out at home.
I'm not dressing up personally, but my wife's gonna dress up my kids. I don't know. They're really young.
So I actually bought a massive panda costume. I feel like this year, typically like I'll do something creative or out of the box. I've dressed up like superheroes before. I feel like this year people needed to laugh. So actually last night I put on the big panda head and I went and picked up my soon-to-be daughter from youth group, and it just made a bunch of people laugh. I feel like right now we don't need to terrorize people. We don't need to do any of that. There's enough terrified people at the moment, unfortunately, during all this, and so I think those people more than anything they need to.
We're not dressing up.
We're not dressing
She
up.
wants to be a panda bear.
I am dressing up as a shadow. That's my plan. I'm gonna get a full black morph suit, spandex black suit, covers my whole body. I'm gonna wear a tailored suit, black tie, fedora, maybe some sunglasses. I don't know yet.
I like to travel, and I can't travel until this thing is cleaned up because other countries won't take us right now, and that's kind of frustrating. So whatever needs to happen to get us all through this, it's not political in my brain. It's like something's going on and we need to take care of it and move on.
I'm not afraid of the virus. It doesn't exist. Because Dr. Stefan Lanka in 2016, German Supreme Court, proved the virus doesn't exist. No virus has ever been isolated in all of history. Contagion doesn't exist. Total BS, so I'm not afraid at all.
I feel like since day one, I'm a person that will respect other people's boundaries. I will respect a restaurant right now, like because the government is putting restrictions on them, so they'll lose their livelihood if I maybe don't wear a mask or something like that. But personally, I don't respect the overreach and overstep of the government of California, the state government. I think the federal government is doing a great job actually staying out of it. President Trump right now, I know I'm kind of going off topic, President Trump right now is, they're calling him a dictator, but he's actually not stepping in and overstepping his rights as a president to go into state matters. They called for him to then go and do it, but that would be actually like tyrannical, right? So he's allowing the states to run this, and that's who is supposed to run it. But states like California, they're overstepping their reach. I think the Halloween and the Thanksgiving mandates or orders or whatever it is, and some people will tell you they're laws. There's going to be people looking in your windows, calling the cops on you guys, snitching you guys out. I think the ridiculous one with Thanksgiving, it's like you can only have 3 family members, you have to be blood, you have to eat outside, facing backwards with like your elbow on the table, wear a mask. I'm being facetious, like kidding around a little bit, but that's how ridiculous it is. It's a laundry list of like 20 items that if you were to do them all, you would look like a loony bin. And you wouldn't be able to have your family members over. You can't talk. It's saying keep your mask on in between bites. Unfortunately, the individuals that I was talking about that maybe need that joy, need to see somebody with a big panda head on during Halloween to laugh a little bit, I feel like there are people that are actually going to do this. Me, myself, no, I'm going to have Thanksgiving. I'm going to have it normally. I'm going to have it with my family. We're going to enjoy each other. We're not scared of each other. We don't think everybody around us is sick. We don't think everybody around us is dying. Understand that there's some things happening, just like any other virus or airborne disease that has ever hit this planet. It does affect people, but at a 99.96 survival rate, I don't think that justifies me not being able to enjoy and have peace and love with my family during these times, or Halloween for that matter.
Badly. Carry on, people, new mandate blows, masks off. We should return to business as normal. We should
Our
have never
kids-
shut the country down in the first place. Kids need to go back to school. There's a 99.9% chance they will survive. Do not put kids in masks.
And they get rashes from wearing the mask. Literally on
And
my
germs.
Facebook page today, one of the moms showed her son and he was literally broke out. So with the moisture, folliculitis, any of those things, and it's like our kids need oxygen for their brains. Adults
People
need
walking
oxygen.
here in fresh air in masks. Marines were going by. 1, 2, 3, 4, masks off, we were saying.
We'll be passing out candy
And carving pumpkins.
and maybe
But you haven't got to
decorating
that
haunted houses.
question yet.
You know, it's like I feel you can't really stop a holiday. No matter how much you want to stop a holiday, it's not going to stop. It's a national thing. You know, we have cross country. No matter how much you say we need to wear masks and we need to social distance ourselves, people are going to go out and have a good time. And I'm one of those people. You know, it's just I don't see the government putting a stop on us having fun. So I'm gonna go out. You know, I like to believe that, you know, it's a little controversial back and forth that everyone's feeling this way or that way about the virus right now. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm not gonna say it's fake or it's a hoax, but the majority of people who I have known who have caught the virus have recovered within 2 to 3 weeks with absolutely zero complications. And they're doing absolutely great. Like, you know, I haven't caught it yet. I haven't been quarantined or anything. I've still been going to work. I've been working this whole last 8-9 months nonstop the whole time. But I don't see it as a way to put a stop on a plan for something that I've been looking forward to for a long time. Like, I work a lot of late nights. You know, I do a lot of graveyard shifts. I'm a cook. I'm a chef. I've worked at 15 plus restaurants, and I've missed a lot of Halloweens. Halloween's my favorite holiday, so I'm planning to go out this year for the first time in 5-6 years.
No, just coming home from work, and then if kids come by, you know, find some way to get them some candy.
We'll probably go to like a corn maze or something like that. My kids are really small, so.
So it's funny. So I have a daughter myself, and I have future stepchildren. I'm engaged at the moment, and I know that they love it. I'm actually Christian, so back in the day, I just did Halloween. I didn't think about it. I view it a little bit differently now. I still think there's parts of it that you got to let kids be kids. You know, putting on a costume, going on a hayride is not that big of a deal. We are taking them to Pumpkin Patch. We might do a hayride. I think that, you know, if they want to go around in our neighborhood and get candy and stuff like that, I mean, they're wearing masks. Like that's the crazy part. Like, I think the Halloween costume actually this year should be not wearing a mask, because that would be the terrifying, scary thing, right? So, yeah, I feel like there's nothing that we are personally going to restrict our kids from. I would tell them, if I was to have a conversation with them, I'd be like, listen, there are people that are still scared and terrified. You have to respect. It's not that, in my opinion, we have to listen to terrified people and do what they say. We don't have to. Their fear shouldn't be a virtue that we have to abide by. But with that said, if they step back, I would tell my kids, like, just go to another house. Go where the fun is. Go where the joy is. Go with the place with the, you know, all the ghosts outside.
We used to do them all the haunted houses, but we're not.
No, we're in the 50s
Are they still
now.
doing them?
As I know, there's Haas still. They got their.
Oh, we've been to the pumpkin patch.
They got their
We went to Nash's Pumpkin Patch.
You know, that's actually something. I live with my grandmother, and try and take care of her, try and make sure she stays healthy, stays safe. You know, I've had a lot of people go down in the last couple of years, and this is one of the last ones that I'm really fearful for. And but she's a big Halloween fanatic. I don't want her to not hand out candy. I just want her to be safe about it. But we're planning on handing out candy this year. You know, you come to our neighborhood, you got king-size bars coming.
No, I've only seen some great YouTube videos on these like little robotic things with the candy going down a line and stuff like that. But I don't know. I mean, I guess you could have a big candy out there and kids could take from it. But I think that it'd be probably smart for their parents to be around to make sure that all that stuff is cleaned up. Hey, and you don't know how many other kids are touching all the other candy that's out there. So that's really going to be up to the parents to pay attention to that and keep things clean.
If we do hand out treats, we're not going to follow any health guidelines that pertain to contagion, because contagion doesn't exist. It's a lie. And you have to free yourself from that, because if you don't, you're always going to get caught up in the new pretend virus. There's a guy named Arthur Thurstenberg who wrote a book called A Different Kind of Rainbow, and that's about the 1918 contagion that they say happened, but really people were getting attacked by radio frequency weapons.
We don't. I don't know if we even thought about that. I know it's just been a crazy year and a busy year. I'm at school at the moment. But I could speak hypothetically. I could say that we probably would have a bucket of candy. Like, now that I'm thinking about it, like how on Saturday we'll probably get candy just in case. There's no restrictions. Like, for me, if a parent is okay letting a child, now typically because everybody lives in fear that about everything, kids usually go with parents now. You know what I mean? So if a parent's okay letting their child come up to my door, I would just have the bucket there and let them reach a little paw in and get it. Yeah, I just feel like they're kids. Like, this isn't the time. We don't need to bring fear into them. It's already been proven that, what is it, like 100% survival rate for children, and they barely get sick if they get it. I just feel like we don't need to rob them of their joy. Enough's been robbed from them. They can't even play with their friends. They can't go outside. It's going to be something that has done something to their psyche for sure, for years to come. And so I hope that anybody that sees this, that they take a moment these holidays, just enjoy your time with your family, have fun, and just relax a little bit.
It's going to be reach your hand into the orange pumpkin and hand that cute little kid a piece of candy or two.
And we always wash our hands and have upped the sanitizer a little bit, because unfortunately the virus is real, but the good part is 99.9 people will survive it. I work in it. I'm not afraid. If you're afraid and you live in fear because the liberal channels have been fear-mongering and want you to live in fear, then the devil wins.
And the idea that this virus is going to stop us from having the first chance to have a real Halloween, like, that really, that really hurts. This is really the first opportunity where we've been in a position to have a Halloween. And now, everyone's saying we can't do that. And, man, that kind of hurts.
That I don't know. That's, you never know. There's always some neighborhood that's doing something wild and crazy. I've been kind of driving around checking out. Some of the people have set up their lawns already, and people put a lot of energy into that. Others are just kind of don't do much at all, like me. And so, but there's a lot of really cool stuff that I've seen out there. I don't know what it'll look like on Halloween night, but I'll be home.
Yeah. So I feel like my stance on a lot of things. So BLM, Antifa, all those things, a lot of them are supported and funded by global elites. That's why they're able to get into cities, all of a sudden have all this stuff, bricks and all these things, and they can loot, burn, and riot. There's cameras watching. They know exactly where to go. They destroy an area. The media, built fear, and then next thing you know, they move and leave and go somewhere else. I think on Halloween in certain areas, not every city, not every town, probably not small towns, but Portland, larger cities across the United States, they will probably see some looting and rioting, almost a way to be like, to show this, like, it's almost like scolding a little bit. Like, look how terrifying it is out there. How dare you let your children out during this time? I think that there will be tricks.
No, I don't think so. I think we'll be lucky to see children. How sad.
Yeah.
But we're always there with the candy because That's what we do
Kids
every
should
year.
be kids.
Carve pumpkins and hand out candy because kids are great.
Mental health issues just went up 60%.
Yep.
And it's like, we shouldn't be doing this to our kids.
We're
and
damaging them.
Kids are committing suicide, and the media does not report on those suicides.
People are committing suicide. There's more suicides than deaths in California alone because of COVID.
Yep.
Trump says reopen the country. I don't follow the CDC. I don't follow Fauci. I don't like the WHO. I followed Trump. He listened to him at first, and then we were just talking about this today. He made his own decisions after they flip-flopped like a bunch of Democrats. Go Trump! We've been praying a lot because, yeah, it's definitely the witching hour of all time, I believe. Freedom is on the line.
Ooh, that's a good one. As a youngin', I was definitely a trick kind of person. I was a little bit of a bad kid. We'd be punking out kids for candy and stuff, and that's not great. But I feel like this part of what Halloween's all about. Everyone needs a bad Halloween story, I think. Just one. You don't need more than that. Just the one Halloween story that wasn't going great. But I think everyone deserves a great Halloween.
Relax. Time goes by. The lights go off after a certain amount of time, so people aren't knocking on the door at 9:30 at night. That would not be cool.
I mean, for me, my ultimate plan, back in the day, I was one of the people terrorizing. I went out, I shaved and creamed, I threw toilet paper on people's, that's what I did, I was a boy growing up in the 90s, and we just enjoyed ourselves. It was almost like everybody knew you're getting a bag lit on your doorstep, right? When me and my boys came through. Since then, I've matured and I have a family now, so I'll probably watch like Hocus Pocus, make like some candy popcorn, and just have fun. Hand out candy for those families who aren't terrified and are willing to let their kids go out and enjoy themselves and be children still. So we'll be there handing out candy at my house.
To keep on praying. Pray more than ever, 24/7, because the witches and warlocks are out and they're real. If you don't believe it's real, it doesn't matter. They believe it.
My ultimate Halloween plan. So I'm going out early. I'm taking my boy out. We're dressing him up as a little pumpkin because he is just the brightest redhead you ever seen. And we're going to try and get him a bunch of candy, put him to bed a little bit early. Well, maybe not a little bit early, maybe a little bit 8. His normal bedtime like 8 o'clock. But I'm thinking maybe like 9:30, we'll put him to bed, then me and his mom, we're going to go out, we're going to have some fun, leave him with his grandparents, and, Halloween's looking really bright. For as much as everything's going on, Halloween's looking bright. I'm excited for this year, and I just hope it goes great. I hope it goes great for my little man. I hope it goes great for me. I hope it goes great for her. I hope it goes great for everyone. Like I said, Halloween is one of my favorite holidays. To me, Halloween is a holiday where we really come together. Every other holiday you come together with your family. Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, all that stuff. You come with the family. Halloween's one of those only holidays where you come together as a community, where everyone needs to play their part, where we all do our stuff to make sure that everyone has a good time. And that's why I love Halloween.
Be safe. Wash your hands. Wear a mask. Okay.
Stay free, America. Don't believe in contagion. It's not real. It doesn't exist. You can't get sick from anybody else.
Yeah, I think this year we've all been tricked a lot, and I think we're going into a season of allowing ourselves to treat each other well. So I think there's something prophetic about that. I think this isn't a time where we need to keep being cold and mean and cruel to each other, pointing blame on each other, telling everybody who's doing what, who's causing what. I think we need to start to treat each other well, get rid of the fear, dispel it, and with that said, enjoy your Halloween. Go out and trick or treat if you want to. And if you don't, stay home, but don't punish people that do. Don't blame people that do. Let people be people and let people do what they want to do. Close your doors and lock them if you're terrified. If not, have fun.
Trump 2020, save America!
Save our children.
Democrats are lying, sleazy serpents. They're awful. They're awful. God help us all. Keep praying because it's the bitchy witching hour of all.
You know, I just want to say, don't be afraid. Don't be scared. Halloween's not about that. You know, a lot of people play it like it's about that. Like we're trying to, you know, have some spooktastic extravaganza. And that's not what it's about. It's about us coming together as a community. It's about us doing for everyone else. About having a good time where us as a nation, us as a country, us as a whole world can come together and just honor what's been passed, look forward to new traditions and old traditions, and have a great time.
This is just the beginning of the holiday season. Rules and regulations on how to celebrate will bring us down. It is up to us to keep it fun for all. No matter how you decide to spend your Halloween night under lockdown, respect others. We are all fed up with it all, and the last thing we need is more division over a holiday. Thank you for checking out this video, and I hope you will join me for the next one. This is RLF NorCal, wishing you all a happy and spooky Halloween.